Welcome to Peace, Love, Learn. Before we get started, take a moment to show this channel some love by clicking the subscribe button. Today's Read Aloud explores the character strength social intelligence. When we have empathy, we can understand our friends' feelings and thoughts. Let's read The Power of Empathy by Ruth Maille. Orbit arrives at the park and is greeted with shouts of excitement. I am so happy to see you, Orbit says cheerfully. Orbit, we love your stories, shouts Molly. What are you going to talk to us about today? Today, I'm going to tell you about a superpower called empathy. This special power can help you be the best friend possible. Would you like to know how it works? Yes, the children shout. Orbit pumps his fist. Does anyone know what empathy is? Orbit asks. I think I know, says Trent. Empathy means understanding and also caring how someone else is feeling. Excellent, says Orbit. Empathy is also being able to see things from the other person's point of view, says Gabby. That's right, says Orbit. Here's another example, says Orbit. Have you ever felt sad if your friend was crying because they missed their mom or dad? Even though this had nothing to do with you, you still felt sad for them. That's empathy. Gabby waves her hand in the air. Oh, so when my brother was sad because he didn't make the catch at his baseball game and I felt sad for him, that was empathy? Yes, says Orbit. People feel better if they know that someone understands and cares about them. But empathy is not only about sad times, it can be about happy times too, says Orbit. Can anyone think of a time when you felt happy for someone else just because they felt happy? I know, shouts Trent. Last week, my friend Kim went to the zoo. When she told us all about the animals, her excitement made me happy that she was able to go. Wow, great example, Trent. Can anyone think of a time when you felt angry or sad for someone else? Noah speaks up. I was angry at my dog Bandit when he ran off with my favorite book. I yelled at him. The look on his face made me feel bad. Then he dug up my book in the backyard. I felt excited to have it back. Orbit nods and says, Thanks, Noah. We can feel empathy for our animal friends too. By the way, Bandit is an excellent name for a puppy who likes to take things. You have shared great examples of empathy, says Orbit. I hope you can see that when you feel empathy, you can have a lot of different emotions. Dominic waves his hand. Why is it so important to talk about our emotions? Good question. Talking about our emotions helps us understand why we feel the way we do. It's normal and okay to feel many different emotions. It's nice to feel happy emotions like joy and excitement, says Orbit. But it's also okay to feel unhappy emotions like sadness, anger, and anxiety. One way to help understand your emotions is by paying attention to your body signals. Have you ever had a funny feeling in your stomach when you were scared? Yes, answer the children. When you're excited, does your body feel jumpy and tingly? Yes, they all shout. Let's make a list of the different emotions that you remember feeling, says Orbit. Everyone's hands wave in the air as the children shout, mad, shy, disappointed, proud, joyful, lonely, surprised, scared, angry, happy, worried. Great list. Can anyone think of a time you felt so many emotions at once that you thought you might just pop like a balloon? Molly answers, Once, when my dad picked me up from school, we had to go right home because he had work to do. I wanted to go to the park. I felt like I was going to pop because I was feeling a lot of emotions. Orbit understands. When that happens to me, it helps for me to say the phrase, I feel, and fill in the blank with the emotion I am feeling. What are some emotions Molly could have used to fill in the blank? Disappointed, asked Dominic. Angry, says Matilda. Sad, says Trent. Orbit smiles. I'm so proud of all of you for being able to understand what Molly was feeling. That's empathy. Molly, what would have happened if you had used the I feel sentence? I guess if I had told my dad I felt sad, he would have given me a hug. Instead, I just pouted. Yes, says Orbit. Maybe your dad was also sad about not being able to spend time with you at the park. We've talked about giving empathy, says Orbit, but have you ever received empathy? Yes, shouts Dominic. When I broke Kim's crayon, I felt ashamed. She showed empathy by understanding it was an accident. That made me feel better. Gabby shared, when I was excited about having ice cream with my grandpa, Trent said he was happy for me, even though he didn't go. That made me feel good. Empathy is a caring superpower, says Orbit. I think I'm going to use empathy as my superpower, shouts Noah. Me too, shout the other children. Make empathy one of your superpowers. We all need to practice showing empathy to ourselves, our family, and our friends. Until our next visit, be the friend you want others to be to you. This book would make a great addition to your bookshelf. Click the link in the description to purchase this book. Did you enjoy this read aloud? Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so that you never miss out on new content. New videos are posted every week. Much love and toodaloo until next time.